This week on Shift Points, I crashed my nephew's birthday party at Victory Lane Go-Karting. Just kidding. It wasn't that big deal. They wouldn't let the adults ride with the kids anyway, so I didn't ruin his birthday party too bad, but it's time to get serious. They had done a reconfiguration of Victory Lane not that long ago. This is my first time being there since they'd done that. The only way we were able to do it that day was to ride the quote slick track first, which is what this one is here. They basically just scrape off the rubber off of this, and man, it is definitely slick. You can see me really kind of completely miss some braking points here in this pretty early on. Just a reminder, I'm not a professional. I'm probably not even particularly good at go-karts, but I do enjoy riding these things. It's a lot of fun to go down here to Victory Lane. They have a really nice facility here, and with it being indoors, it's awesome because you can run it year-round no matter what the weather is outside. But if you've never been here before, like I said, this is the slick track. They also have the fast track, the gripped-up track, if you will, over on the other side. We'll see that one a little later on in the video. We were riding with some of the other kids that were there at the birthday party, some of their parents, some of the adults that were there, or at least adults by age, maybe not my mindset. So that's who we're racing against here. We all kind of knew each other. If you're here and you can get a big group to go, it's even more fun to ride them like that, because it's just a lot of fun to kind of, especially if there's a big discrepancy in speed, you guys can kind of beat and bang and play around a little bit. This guy here in front of me, his name on the scoreboard you'll see later is AMG Jeff. I wish the AMG had taught him how to drive a little better.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
This next person coming up here is my sister. I told her before this that I was going to wreck her before the day was over. We'll see how that works out here in just a few minutes. She doesn't even give me the opportunity. She just spins out herself.
These are the moments that make life worth living.
Most people think that I take go-karting seriously because I like bring a pair of gloves and I bring my own helmet and I have a camera mounted to it, but really I don't. It's mainly I just don't want to put someone's disgusting sweaty helmet on my head. That wasn't my own. So that's pretty much why I always bring my own helmet. Like I said, I take this probably more seriously than some people do, but not that I'm really any good at it, just because, I don't know, that's my personality, I guess. If you think the camera's a little low here, it definitely is. My sister had forgot to turn it on for me, so I just had to kind of guess and see where it was pointed at. It turned out okay, but in the next session it gets a little better, so you can see the track a little bit more. This guy coming up, his name was Corey, and Corey and I were probably the closest in speed-wise. We would pretty much go back and forth, but being second fastest to my brother-in-law, who like works in NASCAR, so like he kind of knows what he's doing, and he's raced these karts for years. He actually worked here at Victory Lane when he was in college a long time ago, and so. But anyway, Corey and I, we have a pretty good little battle here, and it's like I said, we're definitely the closest to in speed to each other. And so whenever we got together, it was a lot of back and forth, and that's probably my favorite part of this, is this little section coming up here in the next few laps. You can tell that me and him are both pushing it pretty hard because we keep just bouncing it off the wall and keep just making like a ton of mistakes. But like I said, that's what makes this go-karting fun. If you're not there to try and set the fastest lap, like finding someone that's this close to you in speed that you can kind of go back and forth and beat and bang and bounce off the wall with each other, that's what makes it a lot of fun. And that right there was my fastest lap, trying to catch him. So always good to have somebody to chase too.
Well, you know what? I am not going to give up that easy. I'm going to make this way harder than it needs to be.
I knew that this was basically the last shot that I'd have at him, so that explains this. Now you can see me just driving over my shoulder because I'm just waiting to get it back. I didn't think it was too egregious when I got him, but we were definitely, I was expected to get bumped again. Oh, and here's AMG Jeff trying to get T-boned. And as we do this final lap here, we're going to come into pit road, and like I said, I just want to remind you guys, if you've never been to Victory Lane, this is what they would call the slick track. And so as we get ready for the next track, we'll be on the gripped up track where they just leave the rubber on the track. And it is amazing how much more grip you have and how much faster you can actually go on these very similar size racetracks. So. You can see here, pretty much stayed in second position the whole time, and you can see where my fast lap and everything was. And I was afraid Corey would be mad, but luckily he wasn't. He gave me a nice little fist bump here.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Now, because there's one guy on here that is so dang fast, I'm going to go ahead and let you know about him. I think he's in the 6th card, if I remember right, because he's going to catch me awfully fast. He is ridiculous. This kid, I don't know how old he was. He was super small, and you could tell he was here all the time because he just absolutely destroyed all of us. Like I said, my brother-in-law Tyler here, it's in front of me. He was pretty quick, and this kid was like his best lap, I think, was 3 seconds faster than Tyler's. Yeah, it's ridiculous the kind of level of skill that you have here at Victory Lane or at Trackhouse at the go-kart tracks there in that Charlotte Mooresville area. It's easy to say, but it's hard to execute. But like riding a go-kart, it's so important to kind of get your braking done before you turn the wheel. And I'm like the world's worst for it. I'll overdrive a corner, try and hit the brakes, and then turn. And it just makes for an absolutely god-awful lap, to be honest with you. And like I said, I've definitely am the worst about it. And I have to like reprogram myself every time that I get here. It takes me like 2 laps to even get it remotely right. And especially with a new track. There's some pretty ugly stuff in here, to be honest with you. Well, here comes my sister. I told her I was going to wreck her. Does she give me the opportunity this race? Nope. Right to the inside. And then I think this is AMG Jeff again in front of me. Oh. Whew. If you're watching this and you go to Victory Lane pretty often, make sure you hop down in the comments and let us know the fastest lap you've had here at Victory Lane. Again, this is a really cool little track and a super nice facility if you guys are looking for something to do in the Charlotte area. Now coming up here, I'm about to run into the back of this guy, but I'm going to explain to you why after it happens so that you have an understanding that I wasn't just trying to be a jerk. I was pretty content to ride behind this guy a little bit. Boom, and they tell him to move over and let me by, and I did not expect him to just like slam on the brakes right there, but he lifted immediately and I ran into the back of him, so sorry dude. If you do live in the Charlotte area, they do have league nights for these karts. They have like the Pro League and the Rookie League, and I used to run the Rookie League occasionally just when I had a little extra time. But if you guys want to see something that's pretty wild, is these guys that run in the Pro League. They're the ones that race like every week. They're here all the time, and man, they will literally run nose to tail just like a snake around this track. Like they're all that close and that competitive. It is pretty wild and something to see just how everyone knows exactly what line to run and just how fast they can do it. They just, you know, just snake their way around here. So it kind of turns into a qualifying game sometimes, but a lot of fun to see if you've never done it. Fun fact, at the end of this, you're going to see my brother-in-law Tyler's name as Steven Tyler listed on this. You might have noticed it on the other one. Little fun fact, he probably doesn't love that I tell everybody, but that was given to him. That's his go-kart racer name, given him by Cup champion Joey Logano.
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.
I have been giving AMG Jeff a hard time during this video, but if you're watching this, Jeff, I'm just kidding, man. I know that is your first time here, and I just like to give you a hard time because you named yourself AMG Jeff.
You got to keep going. What am I going to do, quit? That's not an option. You got to keep on keeping on. Life's a garden, dig it. You make it work for you. You never give up, man. That's my philosophy.
You saw the checker flags get flown here, so this will be the last lap before we go into the pits for the last time. Again, I just enjoy riding these go-karts, having some fun with it. I do video it because I like to be able to kind of go back here and see what I do well and what I don't do well. So what little bit of time that I have, I like to, you know, try and make myself a little better.
Rock star in my eyes.
But I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. I hope you guys will check out Victory Lane Karting because, like I said, this is a really nice place with a lot more than just go-karting available. So make sure to check them out if you're in the Charlotte area. As always, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it. We'll be back working in the shop next week. We appreciate you guys so much. See you next week.